In this video we will be taking a look at some of the new updates and features that have been added to the SimilarContent SEO platform that you can use to quickly get your content, written blog posts and articles ranked online very quickly. So I'm going to share with you some of the behind the scenes elements of these updates and how you can utilize them for further effect to move forward with creating better content for your online business. If you have seen my previous video on SimilarContent SEO, I'll make sure to leave a link below in the description and in the card above. That goes over a lot of the initial features of the platform and how you can get started with it. But here we are going to give an overview of the updates and features that are involved that you can utilize to create better content. I will also be creating more videos in the future around each of the tools that are inside the updates so that you can get a better familiarity with how to utilize them for greater effect. So depending on which version that you're getting started with, there's two versions of the platform. So essentially, if you were starting off with the Pro platform, once you log in under your Pro account, you will be familiar with this dashboard, as this is the initial dashboard that most people would use when they're starting out. So you come in, you create a new project, and depending on the articles or the keywords that you're using, you can set up specific criteria. But if you're using the AI section with all the new updates, you'll be brought into this dashboard instead, where you will have to set up a new project. So when you come in, you literally just set up a new project. You will have to add in a project name, add in the region, like say the country that you're using and the language, and then you will go through the process of adding in other specific keywords, and then you will be brought into the next area of the dashboard that will give you access to all of the updated and advanced tools and features inside that you can use to create your own content. So with the likes of the Pro version, when you're using this here, essentially this will allow you to look at content specifically from websites that will help you to give an idea of how the content is ranked online, so that you can get a clear indication as to the optimization features and the rankings and the overall keyword coverage to let you know the potential of how good a piece of content is going to rank on the search engines. But with the additional features, it also gives you advancements in being able to create your own content and to also paraphrase initial words, keywords and phrases, that it will summarize various pieces of text and change things around so that you can make it more relevant to the type of content you're going to create. And ideally you can use this alongside of the features inside of the Pro plan as well, and essentially you can utilize this if you're already creating a blog and you want to create written content around any topic within your niche. You can use all of these tools to help guide you on the process, especially if you are not really great at writing or you don't have great writing skills. You'll be given an AI writing tool that will generate content for you, that will allow you to generate content quickly. Now in saying that, you will still need to change out certain elements and tweak the text to make it unique to your own preferences, but it will quickly help you to write content a lot faster than if you are trying to do it using more traditional methods. So under the paid version, you can come over onto my projects. If you have a project already created, you can check back into it or create a new project, and you will have access to different tools. You can check out the topic difficulty checker that will let you know if a specific topic online is going to be relevant for you to start creating content around. You also have different tools with the content optimizer, similar headlines, topic ideas generator. All these here will give you unique advancements in how to generate content, and they're fairly simple to utilize. So we can literally just come into even say the headline analyzer. So you can just type in the keyword and you can click on the analysis tool, and it's going to give you a relevance score based off the criteria within those keywords. So as you can see here, it is positive and that the relevance is very high. So there is a really good chance if you create articles or written content around this specific keyword and you generate it in the right way, there is a really good chance that your content will rank on the search engines. But at least by using these tools here, it will give you an idea, especially if you are thinking about creating content around that topic. At least you'll be able to understand what chances you have of getting the content to rank, so it is worthwhile using. Also, if we look at the topic difficulty checker, we can put in a new search query and try to create a new project. And once the project has been created, it will show up here under the category, so you can just click on it. And here what it's going to do is it's going to give you a score and an outline of the effectiveness of the actual keywords themselves and how easily it'll be able to rank for online. So as it shows here on the graphs, that the keyword is relevant and that there is a really good chance that you can create some highly engaging content for this specific keyword. So using this tool will give you an idea of how easy it is to understand the type of content you want to create. So if we want to create more ideas around this specific keyword, we can go over to the topic ideas generator, and what it's going to do is it's going to present you with a lot more variations of keywords that are related to this specific topic. Now, it's not always going to be 100% accurate, but a lot of these keywords you can utilize to create more blog posts or videos around, or you can tweak it and add it into your main keyword that you're thinking of. So if you're happy enough with the keyword list, you can export it. So you can export it as a CSV, text file, and other multiple files if you think that it's going to be relevant to you. So you can keep a list of all of the keywords there in one place, so you can access them at any time should you want to revisit or you need ideas to create more content. Now, to give you an idea exactly if the content is worthwhile going for, you can head over to the likes of Google and you can type in a search query to figure out what type of articles do you want to compete with. Is there anything here that has good content that you can replicate or even try to outrank? So here it'll give you an idea of what to expect. So what you need to do is find an article that you think is relevant, click on it, and what you want to do is copy the URL. Then you want to come back into SimilarContent, the content optimizer feature, and click on the extract content from web icon, and you're going to just paste in the URL, and you're just going to fetch either the text or fetch the text and the HTML. So in this case, just we're going to fetch the text. Now it will take a few moments for this process to work. Now as you can see here, it's taken all of the written content from the entirety of this web page here. Now you can see here that there's no lines or there's no breaks. It's the only way that it's able to read all of the content, but it gives you a keyword coverage score to let you know how relevant it is, and it tells you how many words is in the article altogether and the amount of characters. So you can ask yourself, can I write a better article than this, and can I add more information and provide more value? And in this case, it's more than likely if you go for this and if you have an understanding of the topic, you can do that. And as you can see here at the bottom, it gives you relevance to see how easy topics are worth looking for, and it also lets you know how many times the keywords have been added into the articles themselves. So in this case, when you look at the green segments, it gives you an idea here of how many times all of these keywords have been added in. So on average, say it's been added in about 39 times. So in this case, once it's green, it's good to go. It means you have a good chance of ranking. If it's in orange, you don't want to overextend the use of using specific keywords. You don't want to completely keyword stuff the articles, as that can have a negative effect on your content and Google can penalize you for it. So this here will give you a caution to let you know that you are overusing keywords, so you might want to scale back on it a little bit. And once it's in red, it pretty much means that little to none of these keywords are being used in the article at all. So this could be your avenue to implement some of these keywords into your article to take advantage of them that no one else is utilizing. So as you can see here, it gives you a really good idea and list of what is possible. So over under the keyword density section, we're just going to do the same thing again. Just going to take the content and we're just going to check it. Now in saying that, when you're copying content from the web, which you can do, you're not going to copy this content because again, you don't want to be done for plagiarism. All you're doing here is utilizing this tool to give you an idea of how good the content is, how well it's written, and if there is a really good use of specific and high tail or long tail keywords that you can use in your own content. So all you're really doing is using these tools for ideas so that how you can create and write better content for yourself in your own blogs. So as you can see here, it breaks down the keyword density based off of how many words is in a specific keyword. So whether it has one word, 2 words, 3 words. So the longer the keyword is, that'll be considered more of long tail. So people wouldn't be actively searching for these or utilizing these results as much. So that could give you an avenue to create content around more long tail and more underutilized keywords. So as you can see here, you get a load of ideas, and you can literally take some of these and rewrite your own content and implement some of these ideas inside of your articles to give you a better chance to rank. You also do have access to your own rewrite rewriting feature, so you can add in your own content and you can paste it in here and it will rewrite the content for you. So if we just take a piece of this article from here and we just paste it in, and we can just rewrite the content, and as you can see, it has done that. Now, in saying that, even though it does a good job of rewriting and repositioning the content, you don't want to just copy and paste this directly into your article. You still will need to tweak it, because even though it's AI generated, it still may not be fully relevant to your article. So you want to come in, change a few words around, maybe delete a few things, but as long as it's mainly relevant for the most part and you make it unique to you and what your content is trying to provide, then you'll have a better chance of ranking. But you can have a look over all of these tools and features. Again, I have covered it in my previous review. The link will be in the description, and you can see for yourself how simple it is to use. But moving on, once you're getting started with using the AI section, you will create a project. In this case, I've already created one, and what it will do is it'll open it up and you will be given a list of other specific tools that you can utilize. So in this case, if we just have a look over them, so you have your own AI writer tool here, and what it's going to do is, now because you have credits, so in order for you to gain access to use the tools and features, depending on the tools that you're using, you will use a specific amount of credits. When you've signed up and you've created a new project, it's going to use a minimum of 5 credits just to create the project, and then when you start using all of the tools and features inside, again, the credits are going to gradually decrease the more you're using it. So what you'll need to do is, on the website itself, you'll want to sign up and buy more credits, which you can do so through the pricing page, or what you can do is you can purchase lifetime access to the platform, and as you can see here, it will give you a various amount of elements that you can utilize per day with the platform under this license. I'll leave a link below in the description so that you can get access to SimilarContent so that you can try it out for yourself. But once inside, as you can see here inside of the writing tools, so you have access to native writing tools. You can highlight specific key points, explain various text through short phrases, improve content with keywords. You can also highlight specific elements of text to highlight phrases that are going to be beneficial to your readers, and to even extract questions that may also be relevant to a specific topic. And you can do this for writing. It'll go into even blogging, copywriting, and even if you're doing sales pitches with the likes of Amazon products, you can write product descriptions, the pros and cons of a product, the product's features, even reviews. You can generate a lot of content with this. So even if you're doing copywriting, which I do myself, tools like this here will help you to really knuckle down and understand different abbreviations and different qualities of how to write better copy for your articles and blog posts, or even your clients. So here you can literally create the likes of unique text generators and content headlines. You can highlight key points of specific pieces of text that you want to see in your paragraphs. You can use short explainer versions of text, and you can set it up to be written in professional, friendly or formal tones, so that will create specific content that is relevant to that area. So as you can see under the question extractor, you can paste in a paragraph, and what it will do is it will extract or create like a question based around that specific piece of content. And the same can be said for the feature benefit finder. It will do pretty much the same thing, where it will find relevant pieces and put them all together in a specific format for you to use. And you also have a tool that allow you to improve your content with keywords, so it will generate additional phrases based off the keywords you add in to give you an idea of exactly what it is that you need to do to improve your content. So if I just type in a keyword here, and if I just take a piece of content I've written, in this example I'm just going to use this example from Ahrefs, I'm just going to generate the text inside. You're going to click on create, and as you can see here, it's going to return a load of different phrases that you can use that will be keyword rich. As you can see, it will implement most of the keywords from the keywords you've generated, and it will create the phrases based around those topics so that you can utilize for your content, that you can copy and paste then into your blog, and then you can tweak it to suit your own needs. So in this case, it's created 4 different sections of text, and as you can see here now, it used 4 credits. So it uses a credit per paragraph pretty much. So if you like what you see, you can save it so that you can use it again, and then you can copy it. So what you can do is you can copy this here, you can can open up a notepad file and paste it in, or even open up a Google Docs file and add it in, so that way then you can copy and paste it from that into your article at a later stage. So you literally just pick the piece of content that you think will be relevant for you, and then you just add it in, and then you can go about the process of creating even more content for your blog. So if you do want access to other tools as well, you can also highlight a lot of the additional tools from the side panel as well. So even if you look at the AI translator tool, as you can see, you can translate the content into another language. So if in this case it's translated into English, say I wanted to translate it into Japanese, I can do that here. So it will generate this piece of text. So when you click on translate, as you can see here, it has rewritten the content in Japanese. Now, if you're familiar with the language, you'll want to check it and reread it to make sure that everything is specific, but only if you understand the language itself. So that there is pretty cool, and it's a really cool feature that you can utilize. And it works if you're repurposing content, or you write articles in a different language, or you want to, even for example, if you're creating closed captions on, say, your YouTube videos, and you want to target other languages and audiences online, you can utilize this to rewrite and translate some of your video and product descriptions so that you can add them into the closed captions. So again, when people from other regions are watching your videos, they'll be able to understand the video in their language because the text will show up on the screen in that specific language. So you can utilize this as well. Now, it will be a bit time consuming to put it together, but it's still a very worthwhile tool to utilize. So if we look at the AI paraphraser tool, you can also see here that you can paraphrase highlighted text, and you can set the tone, whether you want it to be formal or professional. So in this case, I'm just going to do the same thing again, and what I'm going to do here is click on publish. You can copy the link as well, or you can send the link to friends if you want other people to read your content. So in this case, you just click on publish. So what you're going to do is, with the highlighted text that you have added into it, you're just going to click on the paraphrase highlighted text, and it's going to be set into the formal format. And as you can see here, it has rewritten 3 variations of this paragraph. Essentially, it's rewriting it, but it's utilizing the specific keywords, and it tries to write it in a way that will help to rank higher on the search engines. Now, you will still need to look at this specifically and reread it and try to understand it, and if you need to, try and maybe tweak it yourself when you copy it out and utilize it in your articles. You might have to tweak and change a few things, but the majority of the time it will do it in a specific way that is easy to read. So it will give you 3 different variations. So you can again publish the content, you can send a live link, say, to your client, so you can give your clients a preview of the content that you're writing so that they can look at the specific paragraphs that they want, so they can choose and read through it, and they might say like the 3rd one, so you can say, right, that's good to go, and then you can add that into the article for them. So it's very simple to utilize. The one thing to note is that when you're adding in the text, you need to make sure that you don't have any headlines, and all the text needs to be close together. There can't be any spaces or any HTML code inside of the editor itself, as it won't recognize it and it won't allow you to paraphrase the text inside. So everything has to be all combined into one paragraph, as you see here, for it to work. So if you're happy enough with the content that it does generate, then you can use it then in your blog posts or your social media posts or content articles. So you can also have a look at the SERP analysis tool, and essentially what this is going to do, it's going to look at other relevant keywords and articles online, and it's going to base the keyword density, and it's going to look to see if the content that you create will be usable and can outrank these articles online. So it wants to see if there's a possibility that you can rank higher than those articles. So if we just add in our keyword here, and then we just add in the region, and we just click on search, what it will do once it's gone through its process, it will give you a list of reports that you can look at to see if the content for this keyword that you generate will be good enough to outrank your competitors online. So you can open up this section and you'll be brought to this editor. So you can create content based around key points, explaining text, topic ideas, generate a blog post outline, add a conclusion. So just going to use the native writing tool and just going to copy a piece of content, and you're just going to click on isn't right for me, again you'll need to choose the character length of what it is that you need, and it will generate content for you. If you come over the other additional elements like questions and history, you can also check likes of Google and even Quora for specific results, as it will highlight various elements to allow you to search for other relevant answers. Now the only thing to note with this here is that you want to make sure that you have a relevant amount of credits available in your account for this to work, because if you don't have any credits you're not going to gain access to any content. It won't present anything or it won't produce anything. So in this case here it has worked in this instance. So when you type in your keyword, it will give you an analysis and a piece of content to let you know what the keyword is about. So it will give you an idea of how to generate content ideas essentially. So that's what the topic analysis tool will do for you. So when you look at the NLP editor, really is just the same section that we just looked at. So if you also want to review the report on the topic analysis, you can click on view report, and here what it'll do is it'll give you an overview of the keyword difficulty, the niche category that the keyword is based around, the cost per click of how much it'll cost, and the global volume. And it also gives you a list of all of the major websites that are utilizing this keyword in some shape or form. And as you can see here, you have some of the biggest and most well-known platforms online with the likes of Medium, Moz, Ahrefs, SEMrush, among other platforms that are all utilizing this keyword. And it'll show the keyword density, how relevant the topics are, and how well they rank in the search engine. So it goes into a lot of detail here, and this is a good thing to know because it gives you an idea of exactly what you can utilize to try and create relevant content that you can also match these queries as well. So to give you more insights, you can export this file as a CSV file, which you can then open up, say in a spreadsheet or a Google spreadsheet. Again, that will allow you to save all of this data here that you can utilize for creating content further down the line. You can also look at the topic clustering tool, and essentially all I'm going to do is just look at the specific keyword, add in a region, and what it will do is it'll provide an idea of whereabouts and how much or how often this keyword is used online. Just remember that when you're utilizing all of these tools, for every intended use it is going to use up your credits, so you just need to be mindful of that. So if we look at the keyword authority checker, we can paste an URL of a blog post or article that we want to see, and it'll check to see the authority of the keywords that's on the article itself. So what it will do is it'll take a few moments because it's going to download and scrape all of the information from the website so that it can generate the report. But if we quickly move on, you can check the topical authority and the readability of the content as well. So in this case you just want to type in your keyword, add in the region, and you can generate the authority based off the top 10 results or the top 100 results. And it also gives you a list of the amount of credits you're going to use as well for each search. Again, it's going to process a report, so this is going to take a while for you to use. So you want to make sure that when you're utilizing these tools that you make sure that you have enough credits in your account. So when the report is ready, you just click on view report, and as you can see here, it's going to give you a detailed chart and list of all of the main authority sites that are utilizing this search query. And you can see here of the mentions that each platform gets, how many times the keywords have been mentioned, or how many times sites have linked back to other sites regarding the topics in question. So it will give you a list of the URLs, but what's more important is it will give you a list of the position where each of these sites rank in Google itself. So you can see here from the likes of 8 to 1st to 3rd, and these are all high authority websites as well, as these are all ranking within the top 10 on Google. So it will give you an idea of whereabouts each site is ranking, so that you can get an idea of how to position your content to see if you can rank within each of these areas as well. Now it's not going to be an easy task in itself, but if you do present highly engageable content and you have enough backlinks and you have enough authority on your website, there is a really good chance you can rank within the top few sections of Google. So if you want to look at the readability feature, it's going to check it based off different criteria: grades, issues, reach, and the amount of words being used. So you just want to copy and paste a piece of content in that you have, and you're just going to check the text. And what it's going to do is it's going to give it a various grade, and it's going to let you know how relevant the content is. So if it's a grade E, you can hit the drop down button and it's going to give you specific criteria, and it's going to give you a relevance score to see if it's worthwhile using. You can also check if it has any issues, whether it needs to be tweaked or changed. It will also give you a reach score to let you know, will this piece be worthwhile using in an article to help your content to rank. And it also breaks it down into other criteria to let you know the type of content, how well written it is, and the tone. In this case it's formal, that it's positive. So it'll give you an idea of how to present your content, and it also gives you a list down of the amount of words that's actually in this written piece as well. And it gives you a breakdown of the type of criteria, like how many words is in the sentence, how long the paragraph is, the unique words being used, the reading time of the paragraph, even the speaking time. So it does give you a really good breakdown of each piece that you're creating. So if we go back to the topic clustering section, you can see now that the report is ready. It has taken a while to gather all of the information. So once you do that, you can click on the view report, and like all of the other features inside, it will give you access to a lot of other information that you can see, and it will give you direct comparison of the different types of analysis and competitor analysis based off the actual keywords themselves. As you can see here, it gives you a list of different types of keywords, so you can check each one. Now each one check that you utilize will cost you 1 credit. So just to give you an example, we just find one that we think is relevant, we just click on it, and here it's going to give you an outline score. So in this case, the Ahrefs competitor research tools, it's in green, which means that it would be a good keyword to go for if you're writing an article, and there's a really good chance that it will rank online. Now just note that each one of these checks will cost you 1 credit, so you want to be very specific about checking the relevancy of each one, but at least it shows you that, and it shows you how worthwhile a keyword is going to be useful. You can also have a look at the different keyword types, from LSI keywords, high paying, zero competition keywords, long tail keywords, and the potential for high traffic keywords as well. So again, you can just go through this process and you can get a breakdown of the different types of keywords that you think will be relevant that you can use in your articles. So it is worthwhile noting. So hopefully you've gained some insights as to the overview of the potential tools and all these updates and features that have been added to the SimilarContent SEO platform, and how they can greatly benefit you to understand how to create better content. Essentially, if you're just starting out with creating a blog, ideally the best thing to do is to not think or overthink your ideas. Really the best thing to do is just to start writing, and everything else will take care of itself. But over time you can utilize content platforms like this that will help you and aid you in your content creation processes, that will help you to improve your writing skills so that you can create far better content that has the potential to outrank and even work alongside big name brands and platforms on Google, so that you can rank within the first page or in the first couple of results in the search engines. So platforms like SimilarContent will help you to understand those processes. And if you have found this content to be useful and you would like to see more videos around SimilarContent, then make sure to keep watching, as I will be creating more videos based around each of these individual sections that break it down into more usable features so that you can understand clearly how to utilize them, and they will go in detail of what exactly you need to do. So be sure to keep an eye out for that. And in the meantime, if you are interested in learning more about SimilarContent and you want to gain access to the tool, then be sure to check out the link below in the description, where you can gain access to the platform. You can try out the platform through a free trial where you can access credits, or you can buy the lifetime version, which will give you a lot more features. So again, the link will be below in the description. So be sure to keep an eye out for the next few videos in this series, and I will update you all when they are ready. And as always, I will see you in the next one.